I'm like, I'm leaving here with something. You know what I mean? I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something. It's the I'm Leaving Here With Something podcast, and you here with Chuck, and this is
Big Shaw, and we are here. What episode is this?
This is episode 9.
Episode 9. Oh my God.
Episode 9.
And episode 10 is going to be special. But we're going to talk about that.
Yeah,
we're going to get into that
later.
We're going to get into that. But we want to give y'all, because it's Saturday, it's football weekend again. And you know what? After this game's right here, whoever wins, it's the games to go to the Super Bowl.
That's it.
Oh my God.
That's it.
The Super Bowl. This is what we all here for.
This is what we here for.
The big winner. Okay.
Super Bowl weekend.
And of course, we're going to do it through our favorite game. But let's talk about this the Super Bowl, maybe. But first, before we get to the Super Bowl, like, comment, share, subscribe. Say it again.
Like.
What?
Comment.
What?
Share.
What?
Subscribe.
All right. That's what we're going to do.
And hit that like button.
You know what I mean?
It does something to the algorithm.
Yeah, the algorithm, hopefully it's working in our favor. You know what I mean?
There it is.
So, you know what? And then, you know what?
Oh, here we go. Duncan, you know what we want.
You know what we need.
Yo, we still
can't drink on camera, but I'm drinking. That's what they say. You know what I'm saying? But I guess they talk about alcohol.
What? Yeah,
it might be alcohol.
It may be what you're drinking.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Mm-hmm. So anyway, as we get into it, it's a big game tomorrow night. And it's two great quarterbacks on the line. We calling it the MVP Showdown.
Yes.
So we want to talk about it just a little bit. What you feel about those two quarterbacks, Chuck?
Yo, Lamar Jackson, great quarterback.
Yeah.
Been watching him since Louisville. Josh Allen, great quarterback.
Yeah.
He revived the rough buff.
I think he went to Wyoming too. Wyoming, he's running around Wyoming.
Running around over there.
Yeah.
Great quarterbacks.
Yeah, it's
been following their career. They've done a lot for their team.
Yes.
They built their team franchise, pulled them out the mud.
Out the doldrums.
So hey, this is gonna be a great one tomorrow night.
It's gonna be a great one. You know what I'm saying? I think and it's gonna be a lot of eyes on that game. Just for if you're just a sports fan in general, it's gonna be a lot of eyes on that game.
It's gonna be a banger.
It's gonna be a banger. And we're gonna put that in our game and try to preview it, and then you'll know, if what team is gonna win or cover or whatever, we're gonna leave that to you. But we're gonna start it off on our segment. It's hot like like fire.
Yes.
All right.
And
we use this. Now, before we get into the game, though, like I said, we are on Twitter.
Yes.
And we taking our picks on Twitter, and it's been pretty positive, especially on the podcast one, because we're 2-1 on the podcast. Like, we only did like 3 bets for the week.
Right.
My man is in school. Everybody's we're just doing a lot of things. Okay.
A lot going on.
But this weekend, we got a lot of picks coming up. So after the podcast, it's gonna be some picks tonight. It's gonna be picks for tomorrow. So we're gonna end the week right. We had 2 weeks before that. They all been winning weeks. We're gonna make sure it continue with 2-1, 2 out of 3 this week already. So a couple more picks and a couple more wins, brother. That's what we're looking for. You know what I mean?
Great
picks
week.
And wins. Wins and picks. Picks and wins. Wins
and picks.
All right. So we're gonna go with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But let's get into that game. Let the music play, engineer. Bring it in.
There it is.
Because we don't want to delay y'all any longer.
There it is.
Even though we feel like we cute, I know y'all want to keep watching us all day. So we're gonna go with that. Will they?
Or won't they?
That's what I'm talking about. The game of the century. Okay.
There it is.
So you started off.
Okay. We got Houston going to Kansas City to see that guy.
Yeah, that guy. The God. Yeah. You know what? You know what's crazy? In the will they, won't they? I didn't even talk about it. We did go 4 and 6, right? 4 out of 6 on the will they, won't they? So hopefully we go 4 for 4.
Right.
Or at least 3 out of 4. Right. 4 for 4. We try to, every pick you do, we try to win.
Exactly.
So anyway, what was that again? Who's playing who?
Houston's going to Kansas City, right? To see that guy.
Oh wait, let me get into my persona.
There it is.
Yeah, will they or won't they? All right.
There he is.
I'm back. All right. So now Houston versus the Chiefs, right?
Right.
Okay.
Chiefs giving them 9. Will the Chiefs
cover
Houston by 9. Will they or won't they? Shy, you're on the clock.
Let me see. The God. They will.
Oh God,
they will. Houston.
So Pat Mahomes will do
Pat Mahomes is going to do it. He's been waiting back. The team is rested and ready. Now listen, I do like Houston playing them over the Chargers because they got the defense.
Right.
They're gonna come to play. They don't want to feel like it's them against the world. So hopefully Houston is ready to give them a good game. But I think in the end, Patty Mahomes, they just in the second half is gonna run it up.
He's like the new Tom Brady.
So they will win by 10 or more. Ooh. So I say the Chiefs will cover the 9, brother. Ooh. So now moving on.
Okay.
We got that new guy, that Jalen guy. And those Commanders new to the playoffs. The rookie take them in the playoffs, and they beat Baker and the Tampa Bay Bucks on the road. Oh. And now they are here against them big dogs. Wow. Detroit Lions who were in the championship game last year. And if they beat them, they'll be back in the championship game this year.
Wow.
Okay. What's your favorite coach? Dan Campbell.
Dan Campbell.
So, but he's going against Dan Quinn, which is a Dan versus Dan.
Dan versus Dan.
Dan Quinn versus Dan Campbell.
Wow.
Okay. So will Detroit cover the 9.5 spread, or won't they? Chuck.
Oh, let's see. Dan Quinn versus Dan Campbell. Detroit, a lot of points. Washington, defensive coach. He's new. Jaden Daniels is hot right now. Detroit won't cover that 9.5.
Whoa.
Washington defense is something different. They got a new coach.
Okay.
A defensive-minded coach. He's a vet.
Okay.
Not saying no shade to Dan Campbell. He has Detroit Lions popping. You can see this game is going to be fire. Listen, the fire trucks is outside right now. The fire trucks is outside for this game right now.
They did come out.
So Washington will cover that 9.5.
That's a great segue because the trucks did come out. Boy, that means you're on fire because you was 3-0. You're on fire. Ooh. Okay. So Detroit won't cover. Won't cover the 9.5.
Not against that defense.
Okay. No. It's going to be a good game. Yes. I'm happy to see it. Okay.
So now, moving right along.
All right.
We got your guy, Matt Stafford.
Oh, boy.
Bona fide gunslinger.
He did come through for me.
Lit him up. Against Philly, Jalen Hurts in them. Will they or won't they cover the 6 on Philly? Shine, you're on the clock.
Okay, I'm not even going to take long for this one. Okay.
Listen to him in his soft guy voice.
I'm going to go back to the Rams on this one. The Rams. And so that means that Philly will not cover the 6. I think that the Rams is going to cover this spread.
Keep riding them.
I think I love the offense. I love the coach. Stafford, he going to the Hall of Fame.
No question.
Let's just lock it down.
No
Stafford, Hall of Fame. Okay.
No question.
He's just getting he went to a new franchise. He won the title. He's keeping it relevant.
Exactly.
And they are tough out right now.
Yes.
Nobody really want to play them. I don't think Philly. But Philly had their problems. Like, they especially offensively.
Exactly. Like the injury report.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And the wide receiver not happy.
Exactly.
AJ, he was reading on the sidelines.
Yeah, they clashing.
He was like, yo,
divas.
I don't care about this game no more.
It's a lot of divas over there.
You know what I'm saying? So I will say that Philly, just like you, will not cover.
I like that though. I mean, if we got money with them before,
going
stay
right
with
back.
them while they hot.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And Matt Stafford, he's the veteran. Let's not forget, like you said, he's going to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
don't forget what he did in Detroit with him and Megatron.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the resume,
his resume. Yes.
So once he went to a franchise and a coach that's seen everything that he's about,
he got
put it together.
Ring.
The offensive mind together. They like, woo!
He got that ring.
So he going to the Hall of Fame, and hopefully they cover the 6. So which brings us to that MVP showdown game, the game that we are previewing, the game that everybody's previewing. You're going to see it everywhere, and that's why the game is last. That's why that's the last game of the weekend.
Yes,
because it's that big. Okay.
Yes.
So
Sunday night,
Baltimore versus who?
Buffalo Bills.
Buffalo.
Buff.
And Lamar versus Josh. Oh my God. So the spread is +1 for Buffalo. They are home. They home now.
Buffalo's home.
Bills Mafia. Lamar coming down from Baltimore. Yo, this week one of my favorite shows. Okay, which is my shout out to what's this the show with my man Nick Wright. Nick Wright.
Oh,
They had Snoop from The Wire on the show this week.
I saw that.
Yeah. Shout out to Snoop.
Yeah, she ran up on him with the
shout out to
jersey
The
on.
Wire.
Yeah.
So with all that,
yes.
Okay, or was the first things first? First things first. Will they or won't they cover the +1? Will Buffalo cover Chuck?
This is all I'm gonna say on that, right? 2 MVPs, rough buff.
Oh, so what that mean? What that mean?
Buffalo will cover that one.
So Buffalo's gonna win the game.
Buffalo is actually the dog.
They are.
Right?
They are.
Put it on the money line. If it's plus money, they're gonna cover. Money line it, cover it. Do what you need to do with it. Rough buff. That's how I feel about it. What do we have right here?
I'm putting it on the money line. So you just said for the money. I'm trying to get rent off your bill.
Bet the mortgage on it. Put everything on Buffalo.
Don't do it. Don't bet the mortgage. Don't do it. Okay? We'll put a disclaimer out. Don't do it. And if you do it, sue him. Not me. We're going to put his name in the description. His whole name with the government. Get him. Not the podcast. Not the engineer. Just him. Okay?
Yo, listen. Do what you feel is comfortable. But I like Buffalo in this one. They won last week. We're gonna stay hot with Buffalo. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay. So we happy to bring the Will They or Won't They segment. It's always interesting.
Yeah.
Always. Okay. But it's a big weekend for the NFL.
Yes,
we on it. We wanted to preview it. So I just want to segue out of the Will They Won't They into next week, because next week, like I said, we're coming into our giveaway episode.
Yeah.
Now, next week is the giveaway episode because we need you to comment, what we said, love, or you put an emoji, anything like that in the comments.
And that puts you in for the giveaway. So
podcast, whatever you put. Okay.
Even a comment.
Yeah, comment on the show.
Heart,
anything.
Emojis, anything.
We see you comment on the show, you are eligible to win. Now, like I said last week, Fallon, sorry you can't play. Not eligible this time.
Not again.
But we love you. We want you to keep watching the podcast, and you can still comment because
of course
it'll come back around, for you to be in it again, obviously. Okay. So that's why we wanted to put that out there. We want to give you a nice little show previewing the love. Okay. The money, which is the $50. Okay. Another $50 to the peeps.
Exactly.
All right. We wanted to bring it out just like we brought the money out. We're going to do the same thing. Put the money in. The names in the pot.
Matter of fact, listen, man. See it right here. This is it right here.
You know what I'm saying?
Right here. Bing, 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 bing.
It's not 500.
Giving it away.
That's right. But we're giving it away.
This is real. This is real.
You know what I'm saying? So we just want you to keep rocking with us. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, every month is a giveaway. And this month is no different.
Right.
And this is and it's a good, Valentine's Day. It's a good time.
Great giveaway. We're gonna give it away on that Saturday episode.
Now I want to shout out. You got some shout outs? I'm gonna shout out my boy.
Shout out Chris.
Shout out Sibo.
That's it.
Shout out my man Derek. Shout out the old block, Lafayette. All my boys from the old block. Okay, everybody, and what I want to say is anybody that has a business or anybody that anything, you want us to put it in a podcast, you want us to preview, we're going to do that, because we want to spread the love. I got a lot of people that's doing things, there's other people that's doing podcasts. We can shout your podcast out.
Yeah.
We could put it in the social media.
Yeah, we like to do networking.
I have people who have self-care, have all types of things that's going on.
Exactly.
So we want to shout out. So next week I'll shout a few people out that has a few businesses and stuff, and then we'll put it out. Because love is love. You know what I'm saying?
That's what we're about.
You shout us out, we shout you out.
Network is network.
You know what I'm saying? Duncan, get on the page, G. You know what I mean? Get with us.
Yo.
You know what I mean? But until then, you know what I'm saying? This is the I'm Leaving Here with Something podcast. This is Big Shot.
And this is Chuck here.
And we out.